Hello everybody, it's Chad again. I want to talk today about the details that we're looking on MBTI types that are online. It's important that we don't take those details and use those details as an excuse for our behavior. Like I'm an INTJ and I'm going to be mean to this person, or I am an ISTP and I'm going to uh, find a reason to be rude to this person, or whatever it may be. Stop using it as an excuse, because there's two things. There are two things that make a personality. And then you can contribute other factors as well to create a person. Okay, so you have intelligence quotient, you have emotional intelligence, you have executive or what we call conceptual intelligence, you have temperament, you have personality or character. Okay, so character and all these different intelligences plus your temperament create kind of an overall person. Okay, so you're going to find types that are all in the same MBTI, but they're all different. They're going to seem very different from each other because of their character, how they were raised, who they spend time with, what they choose to do. Do they choose to read, or do they choose to develop themselves, or do they choose to drink beer and party? It's totally up to you. Maybe they want to do both. So you've got to look at things more subjectively and objectively to be able to make judgments like that. Oh, he's an ENTJ, let's just hate him, or he's an idiot. Okay, so I will tell you that just because you're an INTJ doesn't mean you're smart. Just because you're an INTP doesn't mean you're smart. Because you can be any of these types, and you can be just as dumb as the next person. Your IQ plays a big role into that. Now, here's the difference. INTPs will be seen as brilliant by society, but in the education system, INTPs will have a more likely chance to get lower grades because INTPs will question the system in itself, the validity of testing that knowledge and then being able to analyze what the school accepts as universal truths. So they're gonna be on. If you tell an INTP, your GPA is a reflection of how smart you are. An INTP is going to just rip you apart. Not out of emotion. They're going to prove to you why GPA doesn't reflect intelligence. And they're going to prove to you in a very intelligent way. So people who use thinking as a dominant function are perceived by society as more intelligent. But I can tell you there are people who have very strong feeling and their thinking may be a less of a function, but society doesn't give them the chance to demonstrate their level of intelligence, especially emotional intelligence. Okay, I would say that you can get some of the smartest people in the world and you throw them into let's say, a dinner with a bunch of other people. And these smart people may be brilliant with their ideas, but the minute you put them in a social setting, they may be a moron. Okay, the minute you put them in a feeling-based environment, they may be uncomfortable, they may say stupid things, so they can be just as stupid as the next person. So there's all kinds of different types of ways that we perceive intelligence. So stop saying that certain types are dumber than other types. That's absolutely ridiculous. You can be any type, and you can be way more intelligent than another type. Okay, so I think if we generalize like that, it puts us at odd ends with each other, and we shouldn't do that as a society. In this future, we should be working on contributing to each other and kind of enhancing the world that we have, because it's been ripped so far apart. So let's try to understand each other on a more realistic and fundamental level versus trying to rip people apart and trying to say, oh, you are a ESFJ, so you're not going to be smart because thinking is at the bottom of your scale, so you're going to be an idiot. Okay, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, and whoever's saying that is more than likely really stupid. If you are saying that, I do not mean to directly offend you, but I would recommend that you stop and figure out why you feel the need to rip people all apart. Why do you feel the need to take people apart? And I'm sure there's going to be people on here, in fact, commenting on this thing about, at some point or another, about, somebody's an idiot or and there's going to be stupid arguments back and forth. Stop trolling. I mean, come on. There's reasons why we need to not do that. It makes us look bad. It damages our reputation, and it damages who we are, and it damages other people. So stop, okay? And focus on you and the understanding of the MBTI. Why, if I communicate with somebody, Is this person an extroverted feeler? How do I, as an ENTJ, communicate with this extroverted feeler? Okay, the conversation is going to be about them. It's not going to be about me. I'm going to take it off of me because I'm not important in this conversation. My goal is to make them, in a sense, feel better. And see, that's me working on my FI function is, okay, I'm working on the feeling function in this conversation. So I have to learn to be less logical in this particular conversation. And it gives me an opportunity to work on my FI while I'm communicating with this FE. Yes, we still may have differences in our beliefs, but at least it'll be a conversation that we can communicate. We can speak the same language. Now it'll be harder because that's an inferior function for me. So it'll be a challenge for me to keep up with this person in this conversation. They may run circles in emotion and value around me, and it'll give me a learning experience. So take advantage of those conversations versus saying, oh, that guy's an idiot because he doesn't know that the sky is blue or whatever it may be that you think is absolute truth, and it may not be. So stop judging. Start focusing on developing. Anyway, that's my message for today. We'll talk to you later. Thanks.